Like, but with that being said, though, speaking of Alchemist, let's go ahead and jump into our next one for tonight. Kid Cudi, he had made it.
No, shut it down. Shut it down.
Kid
We don't
Cudi
want
made a
this.
tweet. He
Nobody
said,
wants
Alchemist,
this.
where you at? Alchemist, where you
No.
at?
I would like,
No.
yo, imagine a record produced by Alchemist, Eminem featuring JID. I think that's a record that would challenge M enough to really dig deep in that bag. When you got a nigga like JID on your heels who know he gonna go crazy, especially on a record with Eminem, and then you got Alchemist on them like real, like you remember that beat that Slaughterhouse went off of for that freestyle? I fucking love that beat so much. For the BT Hip Hop Awards that one year, like like some shit like
Adam
that.
something. I forgot the guy. Yeah, from the West Coast.
There's something of that, like that dark, twisted shit. Like I feel like them niggas will go crazy on something like that. Like I said, we need more people to challenge him. You know what I'm saying?
Eminem's flow is never the question or his ability to rhyme. It's just not having those corny punchlines that just don't hit at all, and then just having a good beat behind it.
Yo, like, we just got off Eminem. How we get right back on this nigga?
No, because Kid Cudi. Go ahead, Marcus.
So you said no, we don't. Nobody wants that. Are you saying no to Alchemist working with Kid Cudi, or no to Kid Cudi working with Alchemist?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? I don't like Kid Cudi, so fuck Kid Cudi.
All right, okay, so I'll take it from here, Marcus. What is your beef with the Cud man?
Yeah, word.
No,
why you don't like Kid Cudi?
I don't like people that be like, oh, I make music for people that like are on their last heel about the like that whole thing here with the dress. The whole thing with the dress was a fucking.
You don't like a lot of shit.
No.
Let a lot of shit rappers do, yo.
No. For Kid Cudi over here, he does the what's the guy's name from Nirvana? Kurt Cobain. He does the dress thing on SNL, and then he says, "Oh, we have a whole line of dresses." And like, and also he said he did that spontaneously. It's not spontaneously because to have all those dresses ready takes at least 6 months of production. So it wasn't spontaneous. It was planned. So you're lying about that. Like,
my God.
I don't like shit like that, bro. Like, you're just lying, bro.
Shit that, my nigga, that happened like a couple years ago, and so you never like Cudi, so
you
we never
mad at shit that nobody else even be mad at, yo.
Yeah, like
because
who gives a fuck?
Just like Meek Mill, he's lying. Don't like. I don't like. Listen, just be honest, bro. Just be honest.
One thing
like
that they lied about and it's over with. And
bro, I don't want to hear no guy home.
And you saying that he was making songs that's like
Alchemist beats?
Now I want to hear them shits, my nigga. And
I
you
don't
want to hear this like mumble shit like that he does, my nigga. Like, let's really be honest. The same way how you say that Cudi said he make music for this certain type of crowd is the same way how your underground niggas say I'll never make music for the mainstream. I'll make it shit for my niggas. Like we the real, only my real niggas can feel this one right here, my nigga. So that's also trying to.
Cudi says he makes music for people that are suicidal. That shit to me it just sounds like really weird to me.
Can I go?
I'm not mad.
But for prevention, not for encouragement, but for prevention, my nigga, to get kids like some kind of like. That's a great thing.
To me, that says like you're trying to be like that, like Jesus Savior shit, and that's just to me a little too.
Nah, son.
He's just trying to make music for people that came from the shit he came from, yo.
But hold on, what's the difference, bro? What's the difference between making music and working for 211? Right? You're trying to prevent people, or being a teacher or anything like that, right? You always trying to prevent people from committing suicide. If you got nephews or nieces, right, and they looking for an outlet, like I want to kill, and they find music, they're like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to kill myself. What's wrong with that?
No, I gotta make real quick though. We gotta go ahead. That is about a good maybe like 30% or 40% of what Cudi has become over time. But if you what people appreciated about Cudi was vulnerability. Like, yes, he became the like, yeah, I'm here for the people, for help with, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like that was the purpose. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the purpose. That was just, he was just out there speaking his shit. Like, you go to Man on the Moon 2, that nigga was going through a nasty coke problem.
He
did not have to talk about that on record.
I heard about that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He did not have to talk about that shit on record, but he was vulnerable as shit about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or in the first one where he was just one of my favorite songs is Soundtrack to My Life. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about his
Man Off the
Brooklyn,
Moon.
and you know what I'm saying? It's just different shit where it's just very relatable at the time. It was like, especially during like, we talking about 08, 07, 09, where it's like everybody is, we talking about big, I don't even know how to describe that era.
Snap era, right?
It's so much, such a weird period of time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a weird era.
You know, but when you got an artist like this dude who's just coming out being real vulnerable and like, yo, I don't really give a fuck what nobody's saying. I'm just talking about who I am. And you got a lot of people who were relatable to that person. So when you got to songs like Pursuit of Happiness and all of that shit, it was just like, at first I thought it was just a cool ass song. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, it ain't really took me till I got older and I was on some fucking shrooms to really understand how heavy that fucking song was. I wasn't even in the actual mental space.
Shout out to the shrooms.
So just for like certain, and I'm gonna be that song. The first album was just fun. You know, I've been a Cudi fan since the mixtapes. So I like me as
a kid named Cudi.
To bring it back to the whole Alchemist, I'm here for the like rapper Kid Cudi shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, this album could be crazy.
Like that's the only thing I'm happy for. But like the thing with the whole like, he's like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like, I didn't know what the whole like lined up the suits thing. Like I can kind of see that. Like I could see somebody kind of like making some money after the shit like that. But the whole like like the dress, I think it was for some like where was it? It was like some type of prevention month or something. He was doing that in a relation, but I don't really care about like that to argue about that right there. It's more so like with the music. Shit with the whole savior shit really didn't really come into Man in the Moon 2 when you had songs that were that heavy and that deep and shit like that. For me, during that time where I was going through a little depression and shit like that in high school, you know what I'm saying, teenage depression, who hasn't had that shit? But that music came out at a perfect time to like, you know what I'm saying? Given what other things that I would listen to that weren't really helping me, you know what I'm saying, with my soul. You know what I'm saying? It was music like that was helping with the soul outside of R&B or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it was to see that was other people who were saying these same sentiments or getting the same effect from the music that I was. It made, you know what I'm saying, Kid Cudi start to notice that like, yo, dude, I'm actually having an effect with these type of songs outside of just having a anthem or a really big hit that people can remember over time. No, I'm hitting songs that people can, you know what I'm saying, play when they're, like you said, if they having those moments or you're just having a depressive day or something like that, you put this album on. And, you know, some people got to listen to depressing music to help them get through this. Or you can listen to some shit.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of is like that type of music where it's not like he's purposely making it, but he does understand that if I can tell my story, it helps somebody with their story, you know?
Yeah.
And go ahead. And I think Pete Davidson saying what he said on Breakfast Club kind of heightened a lot of that shit too. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of seeing like, oh shit, this got helped by that? Okay.
When we did 2019 or 20, you had the Kid Cudi album, and I was saying the same thing. Like, I've always heard that Kid Cudi fans always say how like he helped them get through certain things in their life. So I'm like, that's I can't take that away from him. You know, to me sometimes it comes up a little like too much, but I can't deny that he has actually helped people, you know, go through that. You know, now by the time Kid Cudi came out, I already had rappers that did that for me. So to me, it wasn't anything that like with the sound that he came out with that was for me. But I could 100% see how it helped other people at that time because they didn't have that type of fucking rapper at their life. Because I already had like 5-10 rappers that did that shit for me, from Joe Budden to Slug to Brother Ali or whatever it is, you know.
Very
so
true.
I already had that.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So like while I'm over here saying like about Kid Cudi, listen, a Kid Cudi Alchemist album, that shit could be the banger of the fucking year easily. That's like that mix right there makes you go, okay, well, how is it going to sound? You know,
and I think with you saying that about the sound, I think that Kid Cudi will actually step back and not try to be in a producer bag and being like an R&B bag and actually allow Alchemist to produce this whole album and produce him. I think that that's another thing that we got to also understand, that Kid Cudi is not only does he make his great music for himself and his fans and everything, but he's also a student of the game. Like I think Cudi will be a Cudi and Alchemist album is going to be fucking fire, dog. And I hope they get that shit done.
Watch the episode he was on when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Watch that episode. It's a great episode. It's a great episode you should listen to if you're a Kid Cudi fan for sure. That was a great episode.
I got a good song to reference for people who tend to forget that Kid Cudi really is a pretty good rapper, yo.
Who raps better, Chris Brown or Kid Cudi?
Oh, actually, I'm actually really go with Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, yo.
Easily. I mean, come on, easily. Come on, let's stop playing games
on that one. He got records like The End where that nigga is. That shit.
Nah, he rapping.
Crazy. Ease came through at 3, salute to Ease. He is supplied the weed because I've been an OD. It's me with a black rock star steez. Bruh, that was the song I used to play to people to be like, yo, this is Kid Cudi. You should be a fan. It wasn't day and night. It wasn't like no nigga like softer song. No, I played that shit. And this was the niggas that was listening to Gucci and Jeezy. Like, and them niggas became fans, bro. Like rapping Kid Cudi during that time, he was on some shit, bro. Like that's why that nigga was on them classes and
he was in Fool's Gold too. But also Kid Cudi was like the outsider of the like everybody else, crew, So it's like, oh, you like that, you're kind of weird, which is like anybody else listen to any type of other type of rap can we relate to.
Yeah. Just to figure out he co-wrote 808s and Heartbreak. Just like, dog, what the fuck?
That is why I listened to a certain rapper at the time, like in high school. If I didn't listen to Kid Cudi in high school, if I probably would have listened to him more, then he probably would have replaced a certain rapper. But I'm not gonna bring him up because Chief. But
tell him, bro.
No, that's all right.
No, I was being funny by saying that. Y'all,
I know.
Not Nasir.
I love that.
Gentlemen, I ain't gonna lie.
Nas and they definitely,
I ain't gonna lie, though. Real quick though, I do have to dip a little early. Y'all get ready to go get to GYBO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got a nice little interview. You know what I'm saying? Lined up with our boy. Y'all check it out when we see it and such like that. Y'all really like it, man. So
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Go follow me over there at Get Your Bars Off Podcast, Get Your Bars Off Network. Also follow me at All Marks Podcast, All Marks Anyways. You already know, man, the Pod Mafia families continue to grow.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
This was a really great show, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna be back for another one, man. Just let me know when y'all need me, man. And just put the back signal in the air. You already know.
Yeah. You already know, bro. I got you, man.
All right, y'all boys. Peace and love.
All right, peace, bro. Peace.